Joining us now to discuss this from London is Latin America analyst Javier Farje. Javier, thank you so much as always for joining us. These actions by the United States, this admission from Donald Trump that the CIA is operating in Venezuela, could any of this actually bring about regime change in the country? The election, the last election that took place there, of course, was disputed.
Well, it's very much doubted that's the case. It is absurd and quite unusual for the President of the United States to announce covert operations when the very nature of a covert operation is its secrecy. It's basically saying, Mr. Maduro, we are going to spy on you, here we are. And that's warning to Maduro rather than the real sort of situation. So this is more a threat than anything else. This is part of this a number of measures that Trump has been taking to put pressure on President Maduro, the deployment of troops in Puerto Rico, the deployment of naval sort of vessels in the Caribbean. It doesn't make any sense to attack drug traffic in the Caribbean because 90% of the drug traffic from Latin America to the United States goes via the Pacific, and only 10% goes via the Caribbean. Second, the president has not shown any evidence whatsoever that the boats that they bombed and the traffickers, so-called traffickers they killed, allegedly, were actually trafficking drugs. I mean, it would have been easier for them to capture the boat, board it, seize the cargo, arrest the crew, and show it publicly. We haven't seen any of that, just grainy images of bombing of boats. And President Petro of Colombia has insisted that these are immigrants who were trying to reach the United States. So this sounds very much like a threat against President Maduro. And of course, President Maduro, they've been preparing for this invasion for many, many years. I was in Venezuela in 2017, visited some barracks, and there were plans there that were shown publicly about how they were going to repel the invasion. So they've been preparing for this for a long time, and this sounds more like a threat than anything else.
So with all of that said, would it be fair then to say that the United States action, not just in the Caribbean, but saying that the CIA is allegedly operating in Venezuela, this would all be illegal under international law?
Of course, it's illegal. The bombing of these boats is illegal because it happened in international waters. They should have first identified the boat and then decide what to do with it. So that's one of the things. And many Democrats, 50 Democrats, sent a letter to the president asking them to clarify about these actions because many of them were considered illegal. An invasion of a country would be totally illegal. The last invasion Latin America suffered was 36 years ago in 1989 when the United States invaded Panama to arrest Antonio Noriega, Manuel Noriega, sorry, General Noriega. So it would be but also it would be a big backlash in Latin America, even by countries who do not accept Maduro's victory in July's election last year, that invasions are totally unacceptable, and it would be a backlash for the United States if they try to invade directly Venezuela. But in any case, there will be a lot of resistance in Venezuela, and yeah, it would be very difficult for Trump to get away with invading directly the country of Venezuela.
Javier Farje, always good to get your analysis and take. Thanks so much for speaking to us. Appreciate it.